Welcome to this session on what if analysis or sensitivity analysis feature in Microsoft Excel. A very useful tool. So we'll start with a basic business case. We'll look at its solution and then we'll keep on adding complexities to see how sensitivity analysis can help us understand the problem. So the problem is a shopkeeper has 200 items in his shop at a cost price of rupees 150. He plans to sell 25% items at a supernormal profit of 50% against a normal profit of 20% during the festive season. We need to evaluate the overall gain. Very simple, right? So the solution has been built over here. So the total number of items is 200 and the corresponding cost price of each item is 150. The percentage of items with supernormal profit, as has been mentioned in the question, is 25%. So obviously the percentage of items with normal profit is like 100% minus 25%, which is 75% in this particular case. And the corresponding profit percentages for supernormal profit and normal profit is 50% and 20%. So arriving at the total profit is very simple, just a sum product, as can be seen in the formula, sum product of the corresponding percentages multiplied by the total number of items and the corresponding cost price of each item. So the value is 8,250 rupees. Now let's take the problem to the next level. The shopkeeper now wants to analyze that how does his overall gain change with the changing supernormal profit percentage. So in this particular case, the supernormal profit percentage is 50%. And the corresponding profit by selling all his items is 8,250 rupees. And we saw the calculation. Now the shopkeeper wants to understand that if this particular value, that is 50%, is changed to 40%, or let's say 60% or 70%, how does his profit get impacted? So in order to do this, Excel has given a beautiful tool called data tables. We'll shortly look at it. But before we do that, let's build our data. So let's assume we are writing the supernormal profit values over here. So we'll start with 20% and then we'll keep adding 10% to it. And then we'll see how the value changes for each of these supernormal profit percentages. Okay. Let's sanitize the data slightly. Okay. Now, if you look at this particular table now, what we want to do is we want to have a value for profit for each of this supernormal profit percentage. So we want to find out that what is my total profit in case if my supernormal profit was 20%. Similarly, I want to find out what is my total profit if my supernormal profit percentage was 40%. So in order to do this, we'll just select this range and then we'll navigate to the data table feature. For that, we need to click on the tab data and then you'll find that there is a section called data tools. Under that, there's a feature called what if analysis. If you click on that and go to the third option, it is called data table. So just click on that. In the column data table, you'll find that there are facilities for entering two values, row input cell and column input cell. It basically refers to the values for which you want to do the scenario analysis. In this particular case, since the values of the supernormal profits are stored in a particular column, so basically the values are changing in a particular column. So we need to enter the values in the column input cell. Okay. So which value are we referring to? We were referring to the profit percentages. So this is what we'll be entering over here. Now, what is it which we are trying to analyze? We are trying to analyze the total profit percentages. So before we do this, the first step for doing the data table is for this particular values for which we want to arrive at the profit percentage, that has to be entered right above here. So you need to enter the total profit over here. So basically you don't have to enter the values, but the reference to the cell in which it is calculated based on the formula. So 8,250 is the profit percentage, which is calculated based on the profit percentage is 50. Now again select the data range, the entire range, and click on what if analysis, data table. In the column input cell, we want to enter the profit percentage value which you want to vary, and then here we have. So now we can see that we have the total profit corresponding to each of these profit percentages values. Very useful tool, right? Now if we have to analyze that what is a trend, just select this, click on insert, go to charts, and then you can have just plot it the way you want. Now here you can see the entire data is now plotted in a graphical format. Looking at this particular tool, the shopkeeper is very happy with the kind of scenario analysis which he has been able to do. But now he wants to take it a little further, and he wants to understand that what's the impact on the overall game if he is changing the supernormal profit percentage as well as the percentage of items which are sold at supernormal profits. So that is, in this particular case, both these values are changing. So similar to the last example, we have again built this data over here, and now we want to understand that how will my total profit get impacted based on this scenario. So for example, in this particular cell, we want to understand that if the supernormal profit percentage was 60% and almost 55% of the items were sold at the supernormal profit and balance at the normal profit, and what is the total impact on the profit? Okay, so in order to do this, like last time, we'll just select this entire range and we'll go to data, click on what if analysis, data table, and row input cell. That is, in this particular case, we are changing in this particular row, we are changing the items, that is the percentage of items which are sold at supernormal profit. So where it is in our question, it is this value. In the column input cell, we want to change, or rather we want to have the value for which we are varying the value in this particular column. So which is the profit percentage. So we'll select it here and we'll do click on OK, and here we have the values over here for each of these scenarios. So if my supernormal profit was 40% and I'm able to sell 25% of my items at 40% supernormal profit, the total impact on profit is 7,500. Okay. Now, how can we better visualize this data? Let's do one thing. Let's add a sparkline over here. Insert sparkline, and the data range is this, the location is this. If you have to refer to how do we create sparklines, you can actually refer to the other video on the same, and similarly we can do it here as well. Data range, we'll select it here, location range is here. So this is one way of if you want to just analyze it, how the trend is right besides the row, then you can do it this way. Now if the shopkeeper wants to now analyze that where to focus, suppose he has a business strategy which he wants to understand and focus primarily on the scenario in which his profit is at least 10,000 and the best scenario is the profit is more than 20,000. So in that case, what should be his strategy? So let's understand that as well over here. So if that is the strategy, then you can just select this, go to conditional formatting, click on icon sets so we can have different views. I'll just select one of these, and then we'll go to rules. Let's edit the rules and we'll change this to number. We want that if the value is greater than or equal to 20,000, then it should be green, and then if the values are greater than or equal to 10,000, then it is amber, otherwise red. So here we have. So now we know that the values for which there are green icons and amber icons are the ones which as a business strategy you should focus on. Very easy to use, right? So keep watching for more such exciting videos, and thanks. Bye bye.